What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's your boy Noname back at again with another, this time NFL update video. As you can see in the title, we're going to be talking about how the NFL is giving players, or at least discussing a plan for players to opt out of the season if they want to. For players that want to sit out for whatever reason, they're discussing plans to do so, and also looks like they're going to be allowing it. I definitely want to touch upon this when I saw the article. This is up on the NFL's official website. I'll try to link it down below in the description so you guys can go ahead and read it for yourself. I want to touch upon it some way, shape, or form. Definitely going to affect how the season goes. And before I get into it, I just want to say you guys should definitely check out the video I put out late last night about 5 quarterbacks who have something to prove in the 2020 season. I think it was a pretty good video. Covered a very interesting topic that popped into my mind, and it's part of my NFL Primer series for the 2020 season. So go check that out as well, and let's get into it. So as per the article's title, the NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported on Wednesday on NFL Now that the league and the union anticipate player opt-outs would be available but would need to be communicated by a certain date in regards for the players that might want to sit out the NFL season, sit out part of the NFL season, or who knows, maybe only take part in spurts, whether it's because of their concern over COVID, concern for a family member that's at risk, or for a family member that has it, just general concerns in general, you know, with what's going on right now. And of course, this is honestly to be expected. We've seen in many other leagues, a lot of players have said out. You look at the NBA that's returning, I think, on the 30th of this month. I might be wrong on the exact date, but they're returning at the end of this month. The NBA, I think, was the first big league that shut down after like Rudy Gobert got COVID, and then the whole league shut down, and everybody thought they were going to reopen on Christmas, but they're trying to reopen a bit earlier and finish the season by September or something like that, I think. But because the situation hasn't really improved, and because you saw the fact that there was an NBA star that got the infection, and then it put the whole league at risk, there's a good amount of people sitting out this upcoming, I guess, not league year, but second half of the NBA league year. And then you've seen it in the MLB also, with some players sitting out, and really any sports league that you can think of. It's honestly, I'm kind of surprised that nobody as of right now has sat out or said they're going to sit out the NFL season. Because you look at what happened over there with the NBA, the NFL is a much more contact league than the NBA is. And sure, basketball is a contact sport, but unless you're talking about Olympic wrestling or something like that, it doesn't get much more contact than, you know, grown men tackling each other at the speed of cheetahs while being the size of refrigerators, just going at each other, tackling, getting to the football and whatnot. That's probably as contact as it gets, and definitely the most at-risk sport that there is. So I'm surprised as of right now no player has officially sat out, and I'm definitely I like the way the league is approaching this. I'm still of the opinion that, you know, they should have cut the preseason altogether. You know, they chopped it down to 2 games. They canceled the Hall of Fame game, and once they canceled the Hall of Fame game, I was almost sure they were going to scrap the preseason, but it's still there. The preseason has always been a hot topic of whether or not it should continue to be there. It's honestly just a way for the NFL to make money, in my opinion. The only real effect it has on the teams themselves is that they use it as a way to see who can get onto the practice squad, fill out that last remaining spots on the roster. But there are other ways to do that as well. That's why they had scrimmages. But I definitely thought the NFL should have scrapped the preseason. I think they should have a little bit harsher measures with how the season is going to go, the regular season that is. But at least they're giving the players the opportunity to do this if need be. And there are players in the league that even believe that there shouldn't be a league year this year. Ezekiel Elliott, he was on Scooter Magruder's channel. Scooter Magruder, for those of you that don't know, is a pretty funny guy. He does comedic NFL type videos. He's a huge Cowboys fan, and he managed to get Ezekiel Elliott to come on for an interview. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, and one of the questions asked was regarding this, and Zeke flat out said, I actually don't think that we should have a season this year. I think that they should wait it out and see how it goes. So you got right there one of the biggest stars in the NFL, one of the best running backs in the NFL, full on saying that he doesn't really think there should be a season. And if he thinks it, you know for sure other players do as well. I guarantee you could find any other player, they probably won't say it, but Zeke was brave enough to say it, to say that they don't think there should be a season. And I'm not going to say Zeke is going to sit out or whatnot, but I do expect some players to take advantage of this and see how it goes. Now, I'm not sure what exactly the plan is as of right now, because according to this article, everything is still in talks, right? And let me actually give you the quote by Tom Pelissero. He says, "My understanding is both the union and the league intend to have an opt-out for players who have either a pre-existing condition, family members with a pre-existing conditions, just general concerns over COVID, would not play this season. General managers were told in a call earlier this week there would be a specific date by which players would need to opt out. The date is still to be determined." And what I was going to say is, I'm not sure how it's going to work contract-wise. If these guys sit out, are they still going to get paid? Honestly, if they don't get paid, I completely see the side of the organization and the league, because you're not playing, it's a contract, it's an exchange of value. You're not giving them your value by playing, so why should it give you the value of money? And then on the other hand, I can definitely see some players fighting to still get maybe like a sick leave type of pay. If the NFL has that, I have no idea. Then there's the fact that many of these players are actually very well financially stable. Some of them, they probably have financial advisors. They still have a good amount of money to survive off of and whatnot. So maybe they don't necessarily need to continue to get that pay. But that's something that's definitely going to be discussed between the NFLPA and, the owners and the general managers and whatnot. With the official quote from the article being, with any potential opt-outs come the question of how that would affect the player's contract. Pelissero reported that possible tolling of contracts of players who opt out is still to be determined and is something that would need to be agreed to prior to start of training camp. And training camp starts just in a few weeks, so they kind of have a lot of stuff to go over in a short amount of time here. But I mean, yeah, that's really all that I got to say about it. I mean, I'm glad that they're having this option for the players. They're not going to completely force them to take part in it if they're, overly concerned. Part of me still thinks that they should have a bit, of a harsher, I guess, rule in place for when the regular season rolls around. And what I'm talking about specifically is no fans in the stands. I think they're slowly moving towards that. As of right now, it's not official, though. There has been no type of announcement saying there's going to be no fans in the stands. I know several teams have, taken away the front row seating and are going to be replacing it with banners of sponsors and whatnot. And if they if they do move forward with no fans in the stands, one of the major concerns was audience noise and how that affects home field advantage and whatnot. Listen, man, and it's not going to be the same. I know it's not going to be the same. But these stadiums are equipped with like the best of the best speakers in the world, and they could definitely supply crowd noise. They can try and make it as realistic as possible, and it's going to serve its purpose. It's not going to be the same because you're not going to see towels waving in the stand. You're not going to see the physical people there, but you could still have crowd noise because those speakers, they pack a punch, man. But that's really what I got to talk about it. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely know for a fact there's going to be some players that's going to take advantage of this and sit out. Put your thoughts down below, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.